Ladies and gentlemen, today we have an amazing Nintendo eShop sale to get into. So much that there are so many great games on sale that I had trouble narrowing it down to the games that I picked. We have some incredible games at some of the cheapest prices they have ever been. You do not want to miss this one, so let's go ahead and get into it. Yeah, Nintendo, or publishers, or developers, or whoever the hell is controlling this. Why could you not do this, during the entire Switch's generation? You have to wait right to the end. I mean, I guess it's backwards compatible with Switch too, so we can still play these games, but still, man, cheap games? I would have loved this a long time ago. Whoa, I'm getting ahead of myself. Look right here. Yeah, this is a winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. Whoa. Look over here now. This is another winner of a Nintendo eShop gift card. If you'd like to have that same opportunity, all you have to do is be a subscriber and be following me on Instagram. And whenever you follow me on Instagram, just let me know that you came from YouTube. But this is just my small way of giving back every single week to my amazing community. So yeah, you should do that. Before we get started, if you could hit a like and subscribe, that would truly mean the world to me. And let's just go ahead and get into these amazing deals. The first game we're talking about today is Golf Story, and this is currently $2.84. That's 81% off, and this is the lowest price this game has ever been. I do not know how a game this great can be this cheap. I'm not complaining, but it just seems almost like offensive to the people who made this game. Yes, this is a golf game, right? Golf Story. But it's really an RPG, and a great one at that. So if you're looking for something very fun, I really do think this is a must-play game on the Switch, and it's less than $3. Now let's talk about ALBA, a wildlife adventure, and this is currently $2.99. That's 85% off the full price, and again, the lowest price this game has ever been. This is a really charming game about a girl who I think goes and visits her grandpa or her uncle, and then has some friends there, and she's exploring this tropical island. And at first, it just seems like a very straightforward game, but then they really start adding a bunch of stuff into it. This is a great palate cleanser because it's not the longest game. I want to say like 3 or 4 hours. Definitely worth playing, definitely worth checking out. SPIRITFARER is only $4.49, and that's 85% off the full price. You play as Stella, a ferry master to the deceased, a spiritfarer. Build a boat to explore the world, then befriend and care for spirits before finally releasing them into the afterlife. Farm, mine, fish, harvest, cook, and craft your way across mystical seas. Yeah, this game is amazing. This is another game where I cannot believe it's as cheap as it is. Because when you see these super cheap games, you're like, it can't be that good, right? Or maybe it starts to be good, but then it falls off. This really is an amazing and addicting game. The Last Campfire is also on sale for $1.99, and that's 87% off the full price. Travel deeper into the lands, beyond the dark forest, and overcome all challenges before you. Discover beautiful wilderness filled with lost folk, strange creatures, and mysterious ruins. Find hope and carry it with you on your journey to light the last campfire. If I had to explain this game in the most simple way, it almost reminds me of like a classic Zelda game, just with no battling, like strictly just the puzzles and exploration. This is another game I truly cannot believe it's $2. Again, I'm not complaining, but I just find that so insane. Now let's talk about CRIS Tales, which is currently $3.99, and that's 90% off the full price. Discover a unique combination of branching stories, innovative combat, and classic RPG gameplay. Join the newly awakened Time Mage, CRIS and her fantastical companions in a fantasy world facing a grim future. The powerful Time Empress and her forces threaten to bring about a cataclysm. Yeah, to put it simply, it's an RPG inspired by JRPGs, and it's less than $5, technically less than $4. I mean, what are we doing here? KAZE and the Wild Mass is also on sale for $1.99. That's 90% off the full price, and guess what? This is the lowest price this game has ever been. You journey through Crystal Islands in 90s classic platformer style. Play as KAZE and save your friend Hogo from a curse that spreads chaos around the islands. Face and rage living vegetables by invoking the powers of the Wild Mass. Pounce ferociously like a tiger, soar through the sky like an eagle, sprint fiercely like a lizard, and rule the sea like a shark. Yeah, it's a cool 2D platformer, like something straight out of the 90s, brought into modern times, and it's only $2. Doom is currently on sale. I think this would technically be Doom 2016 for $7.99, and that's 80% off. Both Doom games are currently on sale, Doom and Doom Eternal. You cannot go wrong picking up either one of them. In my opinion, they are some of the greatest ports ever brought to the Nintendo Switch. But the reason why I'm recommending Doom is Doom, The Dark Ages, I think is coming out this year if I'm not mistaken. And I think this would be the perfect time to go back, play this, then play Doom Eternal. And there's a good chance the brand new Doom will show up on the Nintendo Switch too. Now let's talk about Slay the Spire, and this is currently $8.49, and that's 66% off the full price. Slay the Spire is really cool because it's like a roguelike mixed with a card game, like a, I don't even know what you'd call them, like a deck building game or deck battling game. It's just cards and battling together. This game is great because it's very rewarding, very satisfying, like when you start getting into the flow of it. But this is a game that you truly could play forever. And anytime there's a great game that's like that you can, in theory, play forever, I always like to highlight it. This may not seem like it's the thing for you, but I'm telling you, just give it a chance. There's always something very rewarding in these games. And yeah, for something that's less than $10 that you could play forever, I think that's worth talking about. WARGROOVE is currently on sale for $5.99, and that's 70% off the full price. You need to take up the battlefield with WARGROOVE, which is a turn-based strategy game for up to 4 players. Choose your commander and wage war on battling factions. Using your groove, you'll strategically sway the fight in your favor. There's a vibrant cast of over 12 characters, each with their own distinct personalities and motivations. And you can also challenge your friends online. Send your units to victory in both local and online multiplayer skirmish battles, with competitive and co-op play, as well as complete rule customization. If you like games like Fire Emblems, or Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, or Advanced Wars, or just anything like that, there's a great chance you're going to enjoy this. Or if you've never played a strategy game, I think this is a great place to jump into that whole genre. Splasher is also on sale for $2.24, and that's 85% off the full price. This game is crazy that it's this cheap. This is another one of those games where I'm really scratching my head like, how is it possible to make a game this amazing and for it to be this cheap? This is a 2D platformer with unique arcade-style action gameplay set in a crazy cartoon universe. And the cool thing is you have paint or ink or something like that, and you use different colored paints to stick to walls and roofs, bounce high, and trick your foes. This game is about 6 or 7 hours, but I've actually beat it a few times just because it's so satisfying to try to go faster and faster through each level, and it's less than $3. Born of Bread is currently on sale for $11.99, and that's 60% off the full price. And guess what? This is the lowest price this game has ever been. If you enjoy Paper Mario games, or Tinykin, or Bug Fables, I think that's the other one, you're probably going to enjoy this. I'm not saying it's exactly like those games, but it is turn-based combat, and it has this really just cool art style, and it's a 2.5D adventure. So it just has this recipe to be a super fun game. I'm not saying it's the greatest game, but every now and again you'll just play a game and you're like, you know what? I really enjoyed that game. I think this is one of those games. And this is currently the cheapest this game has ever been. Darksiders WARMASTERED Edition is currently on sale for $8.99, and that's 70% off the full price. You know what's funny? Every time I mention these games, there's a lot of people who will message me on Instagram or just in the YouTube comments and they're like, I didn't even know these games were on the Switch at all. And the crazy thing is, there are 4 Darksider games on the Switch, and they all run and look great. If I'm not mistaken, I think they actually all might currently be on sale right now, but if you're going to start with any of them, or if I could recommend any of them, I would start with this one. This game is currently less than $10, and it's not like it's 10 hours of good gameplay and then 10 hours of like filler gameplay. This is 20 hours of solid gaming the entire time for less than $10, and then if you enjoy this, there's a great chance you're going to enjoy the other ones as well. And the last game we're talking about today is A Hat in Time, and this is currently $14.99, and that's 50% off the full price. This game is very, very awesome, very charming, a great 3D platformer. If you enjoy any 3D platformers, but especially Mario, I feel like it reminds me of Mario games the most, you're definitely going to enjoy this one. I really didn't even know this game was a thing until I was watching like another YouTuber talk about it one day, and I thought it was something that was like upcoming or something brand new, and I was like, oh my god, I cannot wait for that to come out. And then it turns out it had been out for multiple years, and I was really doing myself a disservice by not playing it. Once I played it it lived up to my expectations and then blew past them. It has this whole space thing going on. Anytime there's any space related anything in any game, I just immediately think it's a 10 out of 10. But in this game, it really is like a 10 out of 10. If I'm remembering correctly, it's about 10 to 12 hours, so it's not the longest game. And I actually enjoy when 3D platformers aren't that long, like 20 hours max, but that sweet spot to me is 10 to 15 hours. So if you want to play a super fun 3D platformer, this is one you do not want to miss. Ladies and gentlemen, this is an amazing Nintendo eShop sale, but just know, there are a bunch of other great games on sale that I just had no time to talk about. There's so many, so if none of these games do it for you, go check out the sale. There's probably something there. And yeah, that just means there's more great games to talk about next week as well. So in the comments below, as always, let me know anything that you might be picking up, anything you think I should check out, or just start a conversation. And if you made it to this part of the video, you are an amazing human being, so hit a like and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram so we can keep this community growing. And you guys know me, I will see you very soon with a new video. Peace out!